centerpiece is our chakra salad, and Brian's going to talk to you about the chakras. But essentially, the idea is we have the color of all 7 chakras, minus blue because it's really hard to get blue. And what you're going to do when you come through the line is, obviously, you know, you're going to make a plate for yourself. And what you can do is you can kind of do a mandala. And a mandala is a sacred shape, sacred geometry. Ours got blown around a little bit, but the idea is that you can do whatever you want. It can be symmetrical, it can be asymmetrical, but we chose orange, which is for the chakra?
Navel.
No, navel. I'm going to have Brian go through all the chakras.
Sure, I will. I did earlier with them. I'm going to quiz them.
Oh, good. Perfect. So it's really fun. So you guys get to play with your food tonight. And, yeah, you'll have fun. So, yeah, Brian, why don't you tell us about the chakras?
And use your intuition, right? I mean, Brian's going to tell you what chakras, but also just kind of look at the food and just see what you feel drawn to, because your body's going to call for the healing.
Typically, when guests come here for healing, it's called intuitive eating, rather than from a book or what someone tells you. And basically, what you do is you use your 5 senses. You smell, you look at the food. So what we generally do is have a big layout like this. So you look at the food, use your eyes. You smell the food, use your sense of smell, use your sense of touch, and ask your subconscious, what is it that I want to eat? What would I like to eat? And your intuition will go for a certain color, which corresponds to a certain frequency, which you need, a vibration that you need in your body at that moment, at that time. That's called intuitive eating. And it's really the best way to do it. So you can go to the banana hut, coconuts, and then for this, it's the chakra salad, right? And so we have, right here, we have red, right? Root chakra, the desire to survive, right? Eating, drinking, breathing. Innate functions that all human beings need, red. Yellow, navel chakra, orange, excuse me, navel chakra. The desire for emotions and feelings outside oneself, right? Human beings need this. I need to feel loved by someone. Will you love me? You know, you need to feel loved by someone. You need to feel wanted, needed, right? Happy, the feeling I want you to make me feel happy, right? Orange, navel chakra, that's what that is. Yellow, solar plexus. The desire for identity, the desire for self-worth. The ego is rooted in here. Self-esteem is rooted in yellow. And here we have that represented by mangoes. Right? So we have the carrots, wonderful peppers here, and then the mangoes in orange. And then our 4th chakra now moves from desires. Desires are, I need it from outside me. Then after a little bit of work, you get a little bit older in life, you start meditating, you start getting into the spiritual side and the mind side of evolvement of a human being, and you start to understand. Now you start to look at the color green. What is the most predominant color that we look at with our open eyes? What does that chakra correspond to?
Heart.
Love. Right? So nature is constantly teaching you love. Constantly. It's what you were when you were born. It's what you're going to be when you leave this experience. Right? So now we start to understand that I embody this vibration. I am love. I don't necessarily need it from a desire. But I am it. Wow, this is pretty cool. This makes me feel really good. I am it. Right? And then moving into the 5th chakra, the color blue. And incidentally, when I was walking you around, remember the other day, I was telling you that the last 3 chakras, blue, indigo, and violet, don't really come in the matter spectrums. Not so much. Why? Because they come in the pranic spectrums. They come from the foods that take no energy to digest. They come from air, water, earth, and sun. Meditation techniques, breathing techniques, or not breathing techniques, but that's deeper, right? Things of that nature, right? Where you go into the deeper realms of who you are. So blue, tough food to find blue in nature.
Blueberries.
Get it from breathing. Yeah, blueberries is a good one, right? Blue is, I understand that I am truth. Speaking your truth. Most people aren't very balanced in this area, right? Because our society, you ever seen that movie Liar, Liar with Jim Carrey? Yeah. Right? And he speaks his truth always, you know? He's like, oh, you're fat! You know? And so, I mean, it like totally, you know, normally you can never speak your unconscious. But imagine if we all could. rarely would the traps get tight, right? If the throat chakra was wide open and we really spoke our truth. What we think and what we speak should match. If they don't, you're out of balance. The throat chakra starts to close, right? That's blue. Indigo is the third eye, the understanding that I am not what I think I am. Now, a little bit more difficult because this is the sixth chakra, the sixth sense, right? Out of the five senses now, right? Experiences where you look at your hand and it's now invisible, right? And you realize that you're really not this fleshy bone experience. You are much bigger than that. You are much, much bigger than that. That comes from intuition, the third eye, developed by the Father Sun, right? We learned about sun gazing a little bit. The third eye is the sun, right? And then the seventh chakra, going deeper, deeper into meditation, right? Into your own personal work, into your own raising your frequencies and vibration as you work through your life. You realize and you understand through a very deep meditation. It can come like just kind of knock you in the face sometimes too if you're just walking barefoot down out in nature in the forest. You understand that you just are. The I am. There's a book in there called I Am. You just, I am that I am, right? Was that in the Bible? Something like the burning bush or something like that? The burning bush, right? And you understand, what do I understand? It's just like, I am. So the burning bush was at the I am, right? And it was talking back to him. I am that I am. And it's really difficult for us to understand. But as you move forward and as you go deeper and deeper into meditation practices, and everything just stops. You had a little bit of it during your gong, as some of you talked to me about when I gonged you up, and you started to feel vibrations, you went into dream states. That's more sixth chakra, right? Visions, you were all into the sixth, so good on you. It's not easy to get into the intuitive, out of what you think you really are, right? That wasn't in the five senses. You were visioning things. That's the sixth sense. You were there. The I am takes a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then you just are. Your energy. You're no longer matter anymore. And when you die, when our physical experience leaves, which all of us that will happen, you will go back to the I am, or God, or source, or whatever religion or culture you want to call it, right? And so again, that's why the raw food diet works so well, as Karen's here with this retreat, and you're all learning the raw foods, is because everything corresponds to a color, which corresponds to a certain vibration, right? Which opens up certain points in the body. It's that simple. There's some really great books on the chakras too, if you want to know more. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Brian, thank you. That
All right.
was so awesome.
You're welcome.